Well, we've been talking about it all week. Many of us are looking to get fit in 2023, but of course it's easier said than done.
Absolutely. And today we invited our friend Eric Hartman to talk about building strength in the new year. It will take patience and time.
Both things I don't have.
Well, we're easing into it, but an initiative that you are encouraging others is #StrongForYou, which I love that. Talk a little bit about what that means and how to put it into practice.
Yeah, so Strong for You kind of has a double meaning. First, of course, we want to be strong for ourselves. We're not in the gym for anybody else. We're there to work on ourselves and get better to be able to meet those people, and be our best self for each one of us. And then that second meaning, being very strong in the gym. We want to make sure that we're strong for where we are in our lives. Get into the gym, but don't be intimidated.
Yes.
There's a lot of community that's in gyms. We want to make friends. We want to be there. Everyone that's even there for their 1,000th day is there. They had a day one just like you're about to have. Patience is key. This is going to take some time building strength, building muscle. So stick with it. You're there for your life. You're going to keep doing this. You want to live as long as you can, so keep working out. Be careful with restriction. As we get into this new year, we want to make sure that we're budgeting as opposed to restricting. Some people can do that full restriction, but sometimes we get that fear and that anxiety of restricting too much. So budget yourself out. Have yourself on Sunday, tell yourself, I got 4 gratis beers that I'm going to be able to have, coming into this week. Where do I budget those to fit my lifestyle and fit where I can make connection with people?
I like that.
Celebrate your wins in the gym. When we get in there, everybody is in their own place. So I tell a lot of my clients, 5 pounds to a 10-pound jump is a 100% jump. The guy that's been there for 1,000 days, if he goes a 100% jump from 100 pounds, he's at 200 pounds. Put those wins in perspective. Even if they're small, celebrate them. They're huge.
Yes.
Keep thinking about that all the time.
I like that. Now, many people want to get into it right now, of course, with the new year. How does your training work when you bring in a client? Like, how does that go about?
Right. So a lot of my training clients are kind of a hybrid. So I train a few in person for a couple of days a week, and they also run off of an app that I set up for them. They have their own personal profile. They know what workouts they need to do when they're on their own. But we come into the gym and we work on perfecting form. We work on making sure that people are confident going into the gym. Like we said, we don't want them intimidated. We want people to know that this is community, and that even as like the big buff guys in the gym, they're generally really nice, and they just want to spread their love and knowledge of what we get to do every single day.
Yes,
so that's what I try and make sure that all my clients have every time they walk out of the gym.
Yes,
I like that.
Strong for You. We are all about it, and we're all behind those getting back into the gym as long as it's safe. Now, we have talked about this. There are definitely some common workout moves that people do wrong.
Yes.
We were both chatting about just a few that we,
have done
and feel a little weird after. So Eric is going to help us out on some basic moves, how to make sure that we're doing them properly.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one we had kind of talked about was the hinge. And a lot of people want to get in, they want to deadlift, want to feel strong. There's nothing better than feeling strong, just picking really heavy stuff off the floor. So what we want to do is just make sure that we stand into the side and we can see ourselves in the mirror. A lot of people want to just squat down. But what we want to actually do is think about holding groceries. We got to close that car door. So what are we going to do? We're going to push the butt back as far as we can. We've got nice long hamstrings, good flat backs. Way to go, guys. And then we're going to bring our hips really far forward and squeeze our glutes, which is awesome. So another one that we see a lot of is people in a pressing motion. So we want to make sure that we're not overextending the shoulders. A lot of people want to be very high with their shoulders. Let's bring those elbows down. Notice this slight little degree in my elbows here to my body. Let the chest stretch. And then when we come back up, don't bring those dumbbells together, and don't worry about how far they're going. It's not about distance here. This is about squeezing the chest and getting ourselves to activate those muscles. That's what we're here for, is for the muscles. We're not worried about, A to B. That's a distance. We want to worry about that squeeze in there.
So when I do chest presses, like if I'm laying down, I always thought to keep my elbows at 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Like they should go in a straight line, but you're saying bring it down.
And a lot of people can do that sometimes, but you're also going to put yourself at a little bit of risk for injury with that shoulder just a little too high extended. Let it sit in its socket the way that you would. We love functional fitness, right?
That's right.
We want to be as functional as we can. you're not generally pressing anything like this when you go to press it.
Good
You're going to
point.
be here
Good
pressing.
point.
Let's
Cool.
keep it as functional and as natural as we possibly can.
You are so helpful.
Yes,
Thank you
yes,
so
absolutely.
much.
I
I'm
try.
sure there are several other moves that I am probably doing wrong that you can help out someone like me or at home. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome.
Well, you at home can follow Eric on Instagram to set up an appointment. He offers full custom programming and nutritional coaching. You can also read more at nextlevelfitness.com. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.